Number 10 says, A, what pattern do you notice about the relationship between the side length of the smaller squares and the number of squares that will fit in 1 square inch? Well, if we look at the side lengths, we notice that the side lengths are labeled as fractions. So in the case of the example we're looking at here in green, the side length of the smallest square here is 1/2 of an inch. And this smaller square has a side length of 1/2 of an inch. And this smaller square has another side length of 1/2 of an inch, of course, because they're squares. All the sides are the same length. And in that fraction half, the bottom number tells us, in this case 2, how many pieces the side length of the larger square is broken into. In this case, it's broken into 2 pieces, this piece and that piece. In our other examples here, the 1/3 showed 1, 2, 3 pieces, and the 1/4 showed 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And so the pattern is that the bottom number, I will write this out, the bottom number, let me start over. The bottom number of the fraction names the number of pieces each side is broken into. So B says, use that pattern to explain how many squares with the side length of 1/6 of an inch would fit into a square inch. Well, if I look at the bottom number 6, that'll tell me that in a square, each side will be broken into 6 pieces. Each side will be broken into 6 pieces. So that's a 6x6 array. Well, that's 36 pieces. So I don't actually have to draw the drawing if I know what the job is of that bottom number of the fraction that names the side length. It'll tell me how many pieces are on each side and therefore how big the array is. In this example, 6x6. So there are 36 1/6 square inch squares in 1 square inch. And you were asked to explain, which I just did out loud. The bottom number of the fraction tells you how many pieces each side of the square is broken into. And that tells you the size of the array or the size of the grid, a 6x6 grid for a 1/6 square inch square. If it was 1/5 of an inch, it would be a 5x5 array. If it was 1/4 of an inch, a 4x4 array.